Good morning to all. I am Mrs. M.TAMILMATHI, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, A.D.M. College for Women, Nagapattinam. Today we are going to see about the topic is Introduction to Computer and MAS. Content: Introduction of Computer, Evaluation of Computer, Generations of Computer, Management Information System, Objectives of MAS, Characteristics of MAS, Role of MAS, Challenges of MAS, Components of Computer. The first one, computer. What is meant by computer? A computer is a programmable machine that can be programmed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operations automatically. Modern computers can perform generic set of operations known as program. These programs enable computers to perform a wide range of tasks. A computer system is a complete computer that includes the hardware, operating system, that means main software, and the peripheral equipment needed and used for the full operations. The next one, evaluation of computers. The computer, as we know, today had its beginning with a 19th century English mathematics professor named Charles Babbage. He designed the analytical engine, and it was this design that the basic framework of the computers today are based on. Generally speaking, computers can be classified into 6 generations. Each generation lasted for a certain period of time, and each gave us either a new and improved computer or improved to the existing computer. The next topic, generations of computer. There are 5 generations of the computer generations. First generation in the year 1942 to 1959. Hardware components are used in the first generation is vacuum tubes. What are the characteristics involved in the first generation? Means machine language, huge size, highly expansive, high compensations and high consumptions of electricity. Next, what are the computers involved in the first generations? ENIAC, UNIVAC, EDVAC, EDSAC, IBM 701, etc. The next one is second generation. The second generation year is 1959 to 1965. And what are the hardware components are used in the second generation? Means transistors, magnetic strips. What are the characteristics involved in the second generation? Means batch processing, multi-programming OS, expansive, Fortran, COBOL, etc. What are the computers involved in the second generation? IBM 7000, CDC, Altus, etc. The next one is third generation. The third generation year is 1965 to 1975. What are the hardware components involved in the third generations? Integrated circuits. What are the characteristics involved in the third generations? Remote processing, time sharing, multi-programming OS, Pascal, basic, Algol, etc. The next one is what are the computers involved in the third generation? IBM, PDP, CDC, etc. The next one, fourth generation. Fourth generation year is 1975 to 1988. What are the hardware components involved in the fourth generation? VLSI, microprocessor circuit. That means very large scale integrated circuit. What are the characteristics involved in the fourth generation? Means time sharing, real-time networks, distributed, etc. Involved in the program in C, C++, database, etc. The next one, what are the computers involved in the fourth generation? Star, Cray, Apple, etc. The next one, fifth generation. Fifth generation year is 1988 to present. What are the hardware components involved in the fifth generation? Is ULSI, microprocessor circuit. What are the characteristics involved in the fifth generation? Means parallel processing and artificial intelligence technology, C and C++, Java, Net, etc. What are the computers involved in the fifth generation? Is IBM, Pentium and Param, etc. The next one is first generation of computer. The first generation of computers were used a large number of vacuum tubes and thus generated a lot of heat. They consumed a great deal of electricity and were expensive to operate. The machines were prone to frequent malfunctioning and required constant maintenance. Since first generation computers used machine language, they are difficult to program. The first generation of computers used vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for memory. The input to the computer was through punch cards and paper tapes, etc. The output was displayed as a printout. Example, Universal Automatic Computer, that means UNIVAC. Electronic Numerical Integrated and Calculator, that means ENIAC. Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer, that means EDVAC. The next one is second generation of computer. The period of second generation was from 1959 to 1965. In this generation, transistors were used that the cheaper, consumed less power, more compact in size, more reliable and faster than the first generation machines made of vacuum tubes. In this generation, magnetic cores were used as the primary memory and magnetic tape and magnetic disk as a secondary storage devices. In this generation, assembly language and high-level programming languages like Fortran, Global were used. The computers used batch processing and multi-programming operating system. Examples: IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 3600, UNIVAC 1108. The next one, third generation of computer, 1965 to 71. And the period of third generation was 1965 to 71. The computers of third generation used the integrated circuit, that means ICs, in the place of transistors. A single IC has many transistors, resistors and capacitors along with the associated circuitry. The IC means integrated circuit. The integrated circuit was invented by Jack Kilby. This developed made computers smaller in size, reliable and efficient. In this generation, remote processing, time sharing, multi-programming operating systems were used. The next one, main electronic component integrated circuit, memory, large magnetic core, magnetic tape and disk. Programming languages are used in this computer, high-level language, Fortran Basic, Pascal and COBOL, etc. Examples: IBM, Honeywell, BDP, IBM and TDC. The next one, fourth generation of computer. The period of fourth generation was from 1971 to 1980. Computers of fourth generation were used very large scale integrated circuit, that means VLSI circuits, having about 5000 transistors and other circuit elements with their associated circuits on a single chip, made it possible to have a microcomputers of fourth generations. The fourth generation computers became more powerful, compact and reliable, affordable also. As a result, it gave rise to personal computer revolution. In this generation, time sharing, real-time networks, distributed operating systems were used. All the high-level languages like C, C++, database, etc. used in this generations. Examples: DEC, Star, PDP, C-Ray and C-Ray supercomputer, etc. The next one is fifth generation of computer. Fifth generation computers were introduced after the fourth generation computers were invented. Fifth generation computers, also known as modern computers, are still in the development stage, are based on the artificial intelligence. In fifth generation of computers, all high-level languages are employed. The primary goal of the fifth generation is to create machines that can be learned, organize themselves. Artificial intelligence and parallel processing hardware are at the heart of this generation of the computers. And artificial encompasses terms like robotics, neural networks, etc. Even though there are still in development, computers in the fifth generations are more powerful, functional and speedy. Some of the benefits of the computers that uses ultra large scale integrated technology, that means Param 1000, IBM notebooks, Intel P4, laptops, etc. The next one, management information system. What is meant by management information system? First, management. Management is art of getting things done through people. The management information system, or MIS, is a planned system of collecting, storing and disseminating data in the form of information needed to carry out the function of management. A management information system is an information system used for decision making and for coordination, control, analysis and visualization of information in an organization and marketing. The study of the management information system involves people, processes and technologies in organizational context. A management information system is a computer system consisting of hardware and software that serve as a backbone of organization's operations. And MIS gathers data from multiple online systems, analyzes the information and reports data to aid in management decision making. What are the objectives of management information system? The goal of an management information system are to implement the organizational structure and dynamics of the enterprise for the purpose of managing the organization in a better way and capturing the potential of the information system for competitive advantages. Objectives of MIS, that means data capturing, processing of data, storage information, retrieval of information. The next one is dissemination of information. Capturing data, capturing contextual data or operational information that will contribute in decision making from various internal and external sources of organization. Processing data, the captured data is processed into information needed for planning, organizing, coordinating, directing and controlling functionalities at strategic, tactical and operating level. Processing data means making calculation with the data, sorting data, classifying data and summarizing data. Next one is information storage. Information or processed data need to be stored for future use. Informational retrieval. The system should be able to retrieve this information from the storage as when required by various users. Information propagation. Information are the finished product of the MIS, that means management information system, used to be circulated to its user periodically using the organizational networks. The next one is characteristics of MIS. What are the characteristics involved in MIS? It should be based on a long-term planning. What is meant by planning? Planning is deciding in advance what should be done in future. It should provide a holistic view of the dynamics, the structure of the organization. The next one, it should work as a complete and a comprehensive system covering all interconnecting subsystems within the organization. It should be planned in the top-down way as the decision makers or the management should actively take part and provide clear direction at the development stage of MIS. The next one is it should be based on need of strategic, operational and tactical information of the managers of an organization. The next one, role of MIS. A management information system plays an important role in business organization. There are many roles of MIS and some of the important roles are follows. First one is decision making. The next one, coordination among the department, finding out problems, comparison of business performance, strategies of an organization. The first one, decision making. Management information system plays a significant role in the decision making process of any organization. In any organization, a decision is made on the basis of relevant information which can be retrieved from the MIS. The second one is coordination among the department. Management information systems satisfy multiple needs of an organization across the different functional departments. The next one, finding out problems. As we know that management information system provides relevant information about every aspects of activities. Hence, if any mistake is made by the management, then MIS information will help in the finding out the solution of that problem. The next one, comparison of business performance. MIS store all past data and information in its database. That's why the management information system is very useful to compare business organization performance. The next one is strategies for an organization. Today, each business is running in a competitive market and MIS supports the organization to evolve appropriate strategies for the business to ascend in a competitive environment. The next one, challenges of MIS. What are the challenges faced in management information system is there are three major challenges of MIS. That one is high cost, training of employees and maintenance cost. High cost. Development of new computerized based information system is a problem for the organization due to the cost factor and it creates problems because with the change of time there is need up to date of the information system. The next one, training of employees. Employees should have the capacity learning of the information system with the changing competitive and business environment. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the organizations to stay in the market. Next one, maintenance cost. Sometimes a problem arises due to server crash and website crash. Sometimes it leads to the loss of information, so maintenance cost is needed to tackle the above problem. The next one, what are the components involved in the computer? The basic components of computers are scanner, expansion card, CPU, RAM, power supply, optical drive, hard drive, motherboard, speaker, monitor, keyboard, mouse, external hardware and printer. The first one is scanner. What is meant by scanner? A scanner is a device that captures images from photographic prints, posters, magazine pages and similar sources for computer editing and display. Scanners work by converting the image on the document into digital information that can be stored on a computer through optical character recognition, that means OCR. An input device that can convert the content of a paper document into a digital image that can be stored in the computer. The next one, CPU. CPU means Central Processing Unit or the processor. The brain of the computer where programs are run is CPU. It is one of the most expensive part of the hardware. Modern CPU can perform multitask simultaneously. The CPU is regarded as the computer's brain. The CPU is responsible for all data processing operations. It saves information such as data, intermediate result and instructions. That means program. It directs the operation of all computer components. The next one is RAM. RAM means random access memory, the computer's high-speed short-term memory. It temporarily stores data and instruction for programs that run on the computer. Your computer RAM is essentially short-term memory where data is stored as the processor need it. This is to be confused with long-term data that's stored on your hard drive, which stays there even when your computer is turned off. The next one is expansion card. That means circuit boards that can be inserted to add functionality to a computer system. In computing, an expansion card is a printed circuit board that can be inserted into an electrical connector or expansion slot on the computer's motherboard to add functionality to a computer system. For example, network, sound, video cards, etc. The next one, power supply. A power supply unit, that means PSU, convert mains AC to low voltage regulator DC power for the internal components of a computer. Modern personal computers universally use switched mode power supplies. Some power supplies have a manual switch for selecting input voltage, while others automatically adapt to the mains voltage. Convert electricity from wall into the form of that other computer components use. The next one is optical drive, an input and output devices that services as the long-term reads data from and write the data to CDs and DVDs, etc. In computing, an optical disk drive is a disk drive that uses laser light or electromagnetic waves within or near the visible light spectrum as part of the process of reading or writing data to or from optical disks. The next one is hard drive, an input and output devices that serve as the long-term storage memory of the computer. There are two primary kits, mechanical drives and the use of a mechanical arms to read and write data on a rotating disk, and solid state drives that have no moving parts. The next one is motherboard, a circuit board that outputs sound from the computer, hold and connect various components of the computer and allow their communications. The next one, speaker. Speakers are used to connect to the computer to generate sound, which are one of the most common output devices with the computer speaker. The computer speaker's sound card create a signal that is used to produce sound. The next one, monitor, an input and output devices that displays the information visually. Generally, monitors are output devices where they are computers visually displays the information. Touch screens combine the functions of output and input. The next one, keyboard, an input device and which user can type to communicate the computer along with the standard letter keys on a typewriter. Computer keyboards have keys for cursor movement and entering commands as outlined below. What are the uses of keyboard? Uses of keyboard means keyboards are used to enter text, numbers and instructions into applications like Word and Excel, etc. Keyboards can also be used to enter commands into the computer. The next one is mouse, an input device that allows the user to interact with the visual objects displayed on the monitor. What are the uses of mouse? Opening, closing, maximizing and minimizing programs and files, moving, grouping and deleting files, controlling a pointer on a screen to select icons or move around the page, editing images in the size of terms of size and position on the screen, etc. The next one, external hard drive, an input-output device that serves as a external hard drive used for the additional or backup storage. The next one is printer. Printer is an output device that can be transferred digital data into paper. A printer is a device that accepts text and graphic output from a computer and transfer the information into paper. The next one, what are the types of printer? Impact printers or non-impact printers? First one is impact printers. Impact printers print the characteristics by striking them on the ribbon, which then pressed on the paper. Very low consumable cost, very noisy, useful for bulk printing due to low cost. There is a physical contact with the paper and produce an image. The next one is what are the types of impact printers? That means character printers and line printers. Character printer. Character printers are the printers which print and character at a time. These are further divided into two types. One is dot matrix printers and a daisy wheel. The next one, line printer. Line printers are the printers which print one line at a time. There are divided into two types. One is drum printer and chain printer. The next one is non-impact printers. Non-impact printers print the character without using ribbon. These printers print a complete page at a time, so they are also called page printers. These printers are two types. One is a laser printer and inkjet printer. The first one is the characteristics of non-impact. The faster than impact printers, they are not noisy, high quality, support many font and different character in size. Laser printer, there are non-impact printers. They use a laser light to produce the dots needed from the characteristics to be printed a page. The next one, inkjet printers. Inkjet printers are non-impact character printers based on a relatively new technology. And inkjet printers is a computer peripheral that produces hard copies of the text document or a photo by spraying droplets of the ink into a paper. Thank you.